Hello, welcome to another 30-day art challenge vlog. It is Sunday, the day of the big snowstorm that's covering a lot of the country. We are getting snow here. Let me turn you around. So we're getting snow, but also this is Buffalo, and we're pretty used to snow. So there is a travel advisory, not a travel ban, but we'll see how much we get by the time tomorrow comes. So how is the art project going? So the painting that I have on the canvas right now, there's one of my finished paintings. It's one of my favorites on a big 24 by 36 canvas. But this one, on a smaller canvas, I actually really am loving the look of it and loving that color combination. However, I'm thinking today I might work in my sketchbook. Sunday is usually a day that I rest or go visit family, clean, meal prep, but I still want to get some artwork in, of course. So I think I'll reach for my sketchbooks and work on an idea that I had yesterday. Here's some more of my finished paintings. This is another favorite. This is from a series of abstract called Midnight Garden. And this is absolutely one of my favorites. Just that color combination and the fluid marks. And I'm actually going to be ordering this painting and the other one that I showed from my website and some of the merchandise. So tote bags, cell phone cases, mugs, and puzzles. There's actually puzzles that you can buy my artwork in. So I'm going to be ordering some of that to do a giveaway. So be on the lookout for that. So I just have some basic tape and I just make small squares. Again, not really measuring them off, but a good enough size square to get a full little mini abstract. And yesterday, I forget what I was watching. I was watching something, and I got the idea that I'll be working on this week at some point. Remember National Geographic magazine and the little yellow border on the magazine? I used to love that magazine. I, as a kid, always loved learning about other countries and parts of the world and animals and other cultures. So I would always be the first to grab it when we got it in the mail. I'm not sure that my parents really had a subscription, but we definitely had those in our house often, which I'm grateful for because I did end up traveling and learning other languages and learning other cultures, having adventures. But I got the idea maybe for a painting series based on that yellow border with the beautiful photograph in the middle. We'll see. We'll see how that idea pans out. It's an idea, and ideas are good to have. Okay, so again, I have my bin of paints. These are the paints that I gravitate to anyway, so they just stay out. But I can also put them away and put them under my little sofa so that at the end of the day or when I'm done, it goes away. So there's no mess out. Okay, I'm really excited for this. bit of 10 minutes or so. What color to start with? I am trying not to start with my favorite blue, but it is rough. I have to admit. Why don't we stay in the same family? A nice phthalo-cyanine green. It's a little transparent. Let's see what we can do with that. And again, I just am making a little abstract. I really should have grabbed one of my smaller brushes, huh? In the same way that I make my bigger abstracts. Let me grab a smaller brush. I have these nice little small brushes that'll be good for a small surface like this. With this green. And admittedly, I will say green is a difficult color for me to work on. Let's see what happens when we add this. It's a little bit difficult. Unless that green has, I don't know, an obvious purpose, whatever that means. I guess I mean grass or trees. But when you're doing abstract, you can use whatever colors you want for anything, even a landscape. Now, I do not have my blow dryer out. Just a quick tip. If you are working and you like to work really fast, it's nice to have a blow dryer to quickly dry the layers so you can layer quicker. That is somewhere in a storage space here in my apartment. I like that color combo. Oh, we've got a Naples yellow. Oh. Oh. Kind of close to these colors we've already used. In the same family as that peachy pink. Tell I didn't want to mix those colors, but that's what's happened, so that's what we'll let happen. And I'm starting to feel like I gotta bring some darkness in here. Now what I do have out, besides my paints, I have, I don't know how I feel about that. I do have my colored pencils out and white gel pens. I love using white gel pens to add details. These jelly pens. I do also have colored pencils for mark making. they're not dried out. So this is a shape that I often make. I think every abstract artist has their favorite shape. And I love these raindrop type shapes. This definitely needs, it needs something darker there. Payne's gray. I don't know, let's see. Let's see. And this might also be an exercise in, let's just make some ugly art. And honestly, that is also beneficial. So you don't lose your courage. Like, I'm being very iffy with my movements because it's been a while since I've done a composition like this, and that's why it's not good to have super long breaks. And this here, look at this. Let's get a little bit brave. Use our fingers. Let's see, I like that. I like how that melts. And it's also a good test to see, hey, are my art supplies still working or not? Being really iffy. Let's not be. I feel like we need some white of some kind. Yeah, and sometimes we use white to completely cross out something we don't like. So here I did pull out my blow dryer and decided to dry the layers. It's a really great way if you want to work quickly. Just grab a blow dryer, dry some layers, add some layers, dry the layers, add some layers. It makes work quicker and more fun because you can add many layers. These are all dried out. Okay, my 5 to 10 minutes is nearly up. Are these my favorites? Nope. Did it feel good to do something? Yep. So let's see what is revealed when we remove the tape. Little mini abstracts. Would I use these for a bigger painting? Not the composition necessarily, but the color combinations? Sure. And is that a color combination that I would have used before? I don't know. So that's the benefit of doing a little something every day. It might not be inspiration for a new painting, but the colors, instead of wasting a huge canvas, just make mini paintings in a sketchbook. And they are mini. Without the tape, I kind of like the look of them now. So I have painty fingers, which is a good thing. That was just a quick 10 minutes. A little bit more maybe 15 minutes. But it felt nice. It felt nice to just put some paint on paper, get an idea of some new color combinations without pulling out a canvas, and just to keep the juices flowing. And you could see I was hesitant, and that's because I haven't been painting every day. I'm hesitant about making marks and hesitant about color combinations, and should I do this, and I'm second guessing constantly. That does not make it fun, especially when you're doing abstract art. Abstract art is one of my favorites because it's so free and flowy. Like this painting. Let's get closer to this painting. So when I did this painting, and this is a large one, it's kind of not enough light. This is a large one. And it was so much fun to make. So much fun to make. You know, little unexpected marks showed up. Lots of texture. But color combination became my favorite. And I created a whole collection based off of this one painting. And that's what I'm trying to get back to. That just experiment and have fun. So hopefully this gave you some inspiration yourself. Just pick up your art supplies and just, like a kid, play around with your art supplies and let yourself have fun, even if it's just 10 minutes. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me. Here I am working in my studio space at a friend's home. Some of my finished artwork, which you can find at pennyjeffersart.com for purchase. Thank you for joining. Thanks for the new subscribers. See you soon in the next one.